Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mara stock chart planning update video. I got a few things here for you guys. I'm going to explain to you what an artificial dip looks like in my opinion with Mara and Bitcoin and what that means for the stock price currently and going forward. Why October is looking more like Downtober, if you guys are familiar with that. I'm going to break down everything with you guys. I'm going to break down what Mara's doing right now and why this is setting it up for a better near future, and as well what my Bitcoin views look like, because of course Bitcoin highly influences Mara as well. Not 100%, but mostly. And yeah, before we do get started though, a few things, guys. I finally got my EEG medical examination off of my head. So I still got 2 dots there and some more from that should go away with time. I'm gonna keep rocking the hat. Let me know what you guys think, if you like it or not. I don't think anybody else is wearing a hat like this, so I'm trying to be a little different. And yeah, so we're gonna rock it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, everything we see in this video is not financial advice. It is all just my opinion and how I am personally viewing the assets that we're going to be covering today and what I am personally doing in order to manage my own positions. But I am not in no means telling anyone what to do, because again, this is not financial advice and I'm just another guy on the internet that can easily lose on these trades. So I am no means influencing anybody to do this, but I do want to break down and document what I am doing. So to get started, a few things I want to talk about, and I'm not going to get into too much detail because this is all public information and you guys can research this yourself if you're truly interested. But this is from Mara. They announced, so I'm gonna read these headlines right here. Average operational hash rate increases 15% month over month to 21.1. I can't pronounce that, so I think it's exahash. Either way, so it's very, very, very good. Increased BTC holdings to 17,631 Bitcoin. Total cash and BTC of 1.6 billion as of April 30th, 2024. So the reason this is very important is because if you guys are familiar with Mara, which you should be, you read everything you can on them, understand how the business really functions, because if you want to trade it, this would help you out a lot. But if you guys know that Mara is very focused, they have a policy for holding Bitcoin. They want to continue growing their Bitcoin holdings, not just mining it and then selling it to cover expenses. They are in a very good financial situation to be able to accumulate more BTC, and they're doing so. So they added more, and then increased end of year 2024 total installed hash rate guidance to 50, confirmed and fully funded, which is crazy because this is actually more than 100% from where we are right now. And we have just under, what is it? Wait, no. 2 months left? Is there 2 months left? No, 3. Whatever. There's 3 months left of the year, probably a little bit, just a little bit under 3 months. I don't know. So this is very, very good. They're doing very well, and actually this is a lot more positive than I thought it was going to be. So this is real good stuff. This is an article I actually stumbled across before starting this video, but these guys are saying, so this guy named Damien Chimel, either way, he's saying that Mara stock shares of Wall Street's biggest crypto miners set to surge 50%. Could lead to potential rally. The AI plans that I guess. Oh, I need to look into that actually, because Mara's got some AI stuff that they're working on. I don't know if this is true. I need to research this because this is a big deal. Could be a big deal. And then according to this, the company's shares can jump to $22, which actually, let me remove this. $22 comes out to the top range of our first level confirmation. So it's very realistic. It's not like super bullish where it's not very realistic. It actually it's looking real good. It's looking real good. So we're gonna jump into that in a little bit here in a moment, and then I'm gonna give you guys my quick thoughts on MicroStrategy, and then you guys already know I've been buying BITU. I'm fully invested in the amount of BITU I want to hold. So I invested $10,000 into BITU, and I'm going to actually break down this position. I'm going to share with you guys on my next Bitcoin portfolio update video, which is actually if nothing comes up, I should be able to make it tomorrow. And then I'm going to break down Bitcoin as well. But Mara, right? This is where it's at. This is where it's at. So what's going on, right? So Mara, they're expected to go up quite a bit, not just because, of course, Bitcoin's going to real soon, it's going to finally reach all-time highs and make new all-time highs, and then that's going to influence Mara to go up. But now, because I've said this in previous videos, previous videos, I want to see, and I think it's a good idea that everyone just holds on and wait to see what the monthly updates on Mara's operations are, because that's a good indicator to show if investors are truly making a mistake when it comes to how overvalued or undervalued it is. And with the current article I just showed you, the first one through Mara's actual website, they're doing quite well. They're doing very, very well. You can get into more detail. There's a lot of information on there, but it was it was better than I thought it was. And to be honest, this is just one of the factors. So we got Bitcoin will soon start flying higher, reaching new all-time highs once again and surpassing it. And then, of course, that's going to influence Mara. But Mara is also setting up, unlike other mining companies where they are they're adding to their holdings. They are fortunate enough to be in a situation where they can just, not have to sell all of their mining, all of their Bitcoins to cover expenses. They are actually in a position where they can hold on to a large portion of it. And then on top of that, they're working on improving their equipment, which is going to increase their productivity as well. So this is very, very good, and just one of the reasons why I believe this stock is going to start moving higher throughout the rest of this bull cycle, of course, for Bitcoin. But regardless of all this positivity, I am still going to repeat myself, because this is how I'm approaching the stock, right? This is how I'm approaching it, because if you guys understand, no matter how much bullishness there is in the news and the internet, this and that, whatever, it's very important to understand that there is still short-term fluctuation risks. There is still macroeconomic stuff that affects these assets, and we are currently, at least in the US, a lot of other countries too, but interest rates are dropping. They're cutting rates. They're expected to cut rates even more. I think tomorrow's Friday. There should be some kind of report coming out. I need to look it up again. I need to look at my economic calendar, but some stuff that's going to highly influence on what they're going to do next month. They're going to cut, the Federal Reserve is going to cut rates more, or what's going to happen. I'm not too worried about it. I feel like Bitcoin, regardless, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and that's gonna go higher. I don't care what else is going on in the world. It's just the way it's programmed, and the amount of, just the supply and demand also speaks for itself. And when it comes to Mara again, really good financial situation where even if rates do stay higher, it's not really going to affect them that much. And they are raising more capital through diluting shares, which isn't good, but in the long term, it's great, because this is how they're going to improve productivity. So they're focused on the long-term picture. They're not worried about this company is more worried about the people that are willing to hold on to their shares for 10 plus years. They're not really worried about us traders. They don't care, of course. So the thing is, nothing changes. I am still focused on this value gap between the first red and the first green. This value gap is very important to me, because this value gap represents uncertainty in the stock. So whenever price goes into this gap right here, this gap represents that the stock is trying to decide if it's going to have a break of structure to the upside or to the downside. I have not moved this premium and discounted purple line dividing the two sides. I feel like this is very important because, again, currently from late 2022 to so far the top of the structure that we are focusing on since late 2022. This is the discounted and the premium half drawn out. So we're still in discounted levels, like major discounted levels, although regardless, for, the purpose of being cautious with these trades, the purpose of understanding that you can't let hype drive you too much, right? Understanding that this value gap is still where the stock is going to decide. Because look at recently, we were pushing up higher. Recently, Bitcoin just pushing up higher. Also, I think the port strike got delayed till like early next year. So with the strike being delayed and whatnot, we'll see, right? We'll see how that affects, prices for the rest of this weekend, and then when it goes to Bitcoin, and then of course what prices look like for all of these assets next week. But that got delayed. We'll see what happens by then. And then we still have, of course, the Middle Eastern conflicts between Israel and Iran, and of course that's something we got to pay close attention to. But you can't let none of this fool you in a way if you're fully focused on crypto, Bitcoin, because before we actually continue into this chart, guys, the price of oil, whatever, the price of, what's going on in these terrible things that are happening, but regardless, none of this actually has a direct impact on Bitcoin and what it's really here for, and on these mining companies. At the end of the day, these are just things that are scaring price short term and does not actually have say in the prices long term. You guys need to remember that it's very important. What did I just do? Okay, it's very important to understand, take a step back and look at to see, okay, this thing that's happening, this event, these things that are happening, how does that actually directly affect Bitcoin and these mining companies? And then from there, you can make your own decision. So hopefully that makes sense. But red area, just like I say in every single video, red area, discounted, slightly accumulate area, right? I'm not going to call it my accumulation area anymore because I don't think it's a good idea for anyone to put in more than 20, and that's already, I feel like that's about right. Like, I don't think it's too much, but 20% of whatever amount of capital you are willing to put into a trade. No more than 20% should go in here. This is still an accumulation area. This is still, no matter what the future, we believe what the future looks like, it's just a slight accumulation area. This is our patience area. This is where price goes up. Usually it gets rejected and it falls back down. There's no reason to be bullish in this area, and there's no reason to be bearish, because in this area right here, just like back here, just like all of this area shows that the price is trying to decide if it's finally going to break up higher, if it's going to hold, or if it's going to get rejected. If you're too bullish, this can happen again where it falls back down and then you're in the red. And if you're too bearish, finally we can easily see, so we had multiple dips into the red area at any point, and especially as Bitcoin starts to finally break up higher real soon. I honestly believe we're going to see much higher prices. We're going to see all-time highs being retested this month in October. We'll see how that goes. I could obviously be wrong, but I do believe we're going to be back at least at 70K by the end of this month, October. But if you're too bearish, that can happen, and we can be up here real quick, and you might get it, you can get hurt. There's no reason to be too hyper in this area. Don't be hyper. Just be calm. Understand that we have multiple levels of confirmation that we are looking for. Our first level will be in this area where we want to see price break into this area. Unlike this, where it broke into the area, we want to see the prices break into the area, but also hold, show signs of strength in this area. We're talking about holding up here for like at least 3 days, or like, we had like 1 day in the area and then we broke back down. We want to see a reasonably sustained hold in this area, and I'll keep you guys updated on that once we finally reach it. But we are still in the SLAY accumulation area. Be patient with it. Be patient. We break up higher. Don't get too overhyped. There's nothing wrong if you miss out on all this gain from here to here. There's nothing wrong with that, because you got to focus on the bigger picture. If you're too focused on the smaller picture, you're gonna get stressed, man. Like, small picture trading, it's just focus on the bigger picture. Let that influence your actual decision making. So just be patient. Be patient. Once you have confirmation, you can start unloading some shares in this area in case we do get rejected back down, which is very likely. Or you can use this area to just chill, hang around for a little bit, and then wait for, whatever confirmations you're looking for, whatever you think is reasonable. Let that influence your trading. But understand that Mara is a crazy stock, and all I'm saying is that this stock is currently in my accumulation area, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say with it. We could see lower prices, although regardless, this is my accumulation area down here. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Hopefully this made sense, right? I'm not hyped. I don't put all my attention in this stock. Before we jump into something else, I don't put all my attention in this. You can set your price alerts. Let your notifications alert you when there's finally a break of structure in either direction, or if we're finally up. Like, you can even put it out, like, I don't know, 1860, 1850, whatever. Just let your notifications let you know when something's happening. If not, continue to accumulate if you want. If you believe in the upside, slightly accumulate. Don't let this stock overtake your attention. Set your price alerts. Come back in a week. Like, don't worry about it. There's no reason you should be checking your phone all the time on this stock. Just trade the bigger pictures. Trade the overall trend. Understand how the underlying asset affects it. Macroeconomic stuff. What the actual underlying company has going on. So let that influence your trading. Again, personally, all I am doing, slight accumulation area. That's it. Simple as that. Do nothing area. Did nothing here. Did nothing because we had no even we didn't even start flirting with our first confirmation area whatsoever. We didn't. So just be patient, guys. Focus on something else for now. Set your price alerts and then come back once it's time. Do not force any trades. That's all I have to say, guys. Just be chill with it. Be chill. There's no reason to. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then when it comes to MicroStrategy, because a lot of people like to trade, I'm just saying this real quick. A lot of people like to focus on Mara for Bitcoin exposure. Although, if you want Bitcoin exposure, but you don't want to own like 100%, 100 into Bitcoin, like buying an ETF or buying the crypto itself, MicroStrategy is a better play for those of you that just want to gain profit alone from Bitcoin appreciation. MicroStrategy is a little bit better than Mara, but I like to trade Mara because Mara is a big player, and I strongly appreciate the work that they're doing to keeping Bitcoin alive, right? They're doing extremely well, and they are definitely worth my time. But guys, keep in mind, if you're just in Mara just for the Bitcoin appreciation, MSTR also provides really, really, really good. They're just real good. Like, you can, Mara shoots up a lot more than Bitcoin will when it goes up, like percentage wise and whatnot. But MicroStrategy too, they're a really big player. They're doing great, and I think people should be paying more attention to them as well. But when it comes to Bitcoin, and we're gonna end it off on here, we had so what I said last video, right, is that even when we were back here, before we even pushed up higher, I drew out this blue area up here. I said, guys, at a minimum, if we see prices break into the minimum requirements, which is the bottom area of this right here, technically, don't be surprised if we see lower prices, because minimum requirements, that's all it needs. Ideally, I was looking for prices to break up between somewhere the 1.236 or the 1.38. Ideally, that way I can flirt with this bigger triangle resistance area up here that I haven't drawn out in white. But regardless, minimum requirements were down here. It's as simple as that. So this is where cautious, where I wanted to see prices go up higher, but we had a warning right there, right? And then prices started breaking down higher, found support in this quick recovery upward, didn't hold. Super quick. All this happens very quickly. Again, these are 4-hour candles, 4-hour candles. So it broke up higher, didn't hold much, didn't even reach the 0.35, didn't show much bullish strength, and it came back down. And then it broke through all this as well. We saw it break below, come up higher, show weakness, didn't really hold. Finally broke up higher, broke above the area, didn't hold. Same 4-hour time frame, fell back down within the same candle, fell down here. We never had strong bullish hints whatsoever. So then I ended up drawing this, and I did it during a video, one of my previous videos, and I said this is where my my support area is at. We're starting to flirt here. We're still in a bearish structure, so prices can easily dip down lower. It absolutely can, regardless if it's October or whatever. It doesn't matter. You got to be cautious, because just because we have strong support here, so this is based off of a Fibonacci extension from this swing low, this swing high, to the bottom of this structure, to the top right here. It gave us this area. So this represents all of that investor sentiment, just price stretching out to down here. And it did. It ended up coming down here. It broke through all this. It kept breaking through it, and it kept finding support down here. And now we're pushing up higher. It's as simple as understanding we can actually focus on prices breaking up high. The major resistance is right here between the 0.618 and the 0.35, this area, because this area also represents resistance right here from this swing low. We want to see this area hold and start breaking up higher. Within that, we also want to see higher lows, of course, and we want to see those higher lows being respected quite decently as well. So we're still breaking higher, and also there's a pretty good correction. As we can see so far, we do have a 1, 2, 3. So an ABC style correction on an overall pattern. So if you guys like to pay attention to this, technically speaking, this second wave to the third wave, which we have the third wave here because we're not using it currently, but every bullish structure to the upside does have smaller structures within it. I'm not going to draw it out because it's going to be too much stuff to look at on the chart, but it's as simple as understanding this is a pretty decent major correction, where it took the price down between the 0.35 and the 0.3, the 0.35 and between the 0.35 and the 0.5. So we do have minimum requirements, decent requirements actually filled for a corrective move down. So you could see this as a starting the first wave here. So first, second, and then third wave can bring us higher. If this is true, we can see potentially, if this holds up, third wave can actually bring us up somewhere here. And I'll make this a different color. We'll do I guess I can change it later if I want, but we'll do this green. I kind of like it actually. So if this is truly the second wave bottom, we can see the price trend still have some dips, some fluctuations. I can do whatever wants fluctuations. This is done basically. I'm gonna leave it there, but this is basically done. We still want to see prices come up higher, respect the resistance of this major triangle line that can move down this way. Finally, all-time highs where this orange line is, and then third wave estimate up here, which will then, once we have this, we can look at a potential little fourth wave correction, which then can start the fifth wave, which will bring us up into this area up here, somewhere above $115,000. So if truly, and we will find out if October is truly October, this will be the second wave. So once we start seeing the swing high being broken and we start seeing the prices push up higher, it can take us into this area right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys understand that there is still some short-term risk involved. With Bitcoin, we're still in a bearish trend. We can easily see price come back down and retest another level within this. Understand short-term risk because this also highly influences, of course, Mara as well. I need a faster computer. Yeah, faster computer. I'm waiting to see if Apple releases their new Macs later this year or announces them. We'll see. But if Bitcoin does have still some short-term resistance, because we're still in a downtrend, we can easily see Mara hang down here a little bit more. So be chill. No matter if Mara is doing great and they're doing great financially and they're holding on to more Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. We're still waiting on the first level confirmation, which is price holding sustainably in this area at a minimum. We just gotta be chill, guys. We gotta be chill. Focus on other stuff for right now. Set your price alerts, come back to it. Don't let this take up too much of your time, because you will not make money really unless you're trading like maybe some covered calls. You might be pretty good. You might be in a decent place. But if you're trading just the stock itself, just be patient, guys. Be patient. Be light with this stock. I'll catch you guys soon on the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the hat. I got a link down below to my website where I have a free Discord link. If you like crypto, you like Bitcoin, join that link. It will take you to the Blue Fund community, and you guys can hang out with me and some other cool gentlemen and gals in that video. So just come hang out and chill. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.